1051.
Power 1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We have our homie in the building from the west side of things.
Well, I don't know now. I've never met Snoop Lion.
Well,
Yeah, man, you met Snoop Lion. Bless up.
Snoop Lion, good morning, sir.
What up, loved one?
New album in stores, Reincarnated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, explain why the Jamaican album.
Well, you know, I made so many hip hop records and so many hit records, just to speak on it lightly. I had got to the point in my career where I wanted to say something, and I felt like, Snoop Dogg had a persona of being a gangster, being, hardcore and representing what he represented, and I didn't ever want to taint that. So through, my research, I felt like, I was always Bob Marley reincarnated because I was so connected to him and his spirit and his soul and his likeness. And it just drew me closer to Jamaica and wanting to make some reggae music and, going out there for a couple of weeks, bringing a camera crew with me. I went out there, blind to the fact and not knowing, but I came back with a third eye, a whole new spirit.
What part of Jamaica?
I went to Tivoli Gardens, I went to Trenchtown, I went to the Maroons, I went to everywhere where you weren't
Well, you're not supposed to go, where tourists don't go.
Exactly.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, I've only been to Ocho Rios and Montego Bay.
You gotta go to the hood. You gotta go to the
You
hood.
went to the beach. I'm talking about the hood.
Where the liquor store is a house.
Hello.
Yes.
He must have smoked something amazing.
Oh, man, but I brought some amazing, too. That was even better.
Now, did you grow up listening to reggae music? Because I'm from Brooklyn, and I'm also half West Indian, so, I was raised on reggae music. For you, was that something that you grew up loving, or was it something that you came to love
I think
later?
it was always something that I loved, but I never had enough of it. You know how you could love something, but you never get enough of it? It was like our neighborhood would drown that out with rap music or R&B. But, you would hear a few people playing, and you'd be like, man, what is that? That sound good. So it's like it wasn't, I never had a chance to really get it all.
Right.
Until I became who I am, and I could really research it and find out what it is about that music that is attractive to me.
But you got to fight through the prejudging, though, because the first time I heard Snoop Lion, I was like, I don't know, Snoop.
We didn't know how serious it was,
Right.
but then we was like, okay, he's doing an album. And,
Yeah.
did you
Which
embrace the whole Rastafarian
I embraced
religion
it
too?
all. They took me to the Nyabingi temple and blessed me. I'm talking about it was elders in there, 85, 90 years old, explaining what Rastafari was and the struggle they went through and how they couldn't even say it or they was getting beat up back in the days behind it and how real it was and they struggled. So once I grasped a hold of their struggle, I felt like it was my struggle.
Right.
These are my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that I may be from there? They dropped us all off over here. We don't know where we from until we do the research and figure out who our peoples are, who our roots are. And I felt like reggae music was just a great expression right now with all of this violence and this negative that's going on in the world. And I have a lot of power, not just in America, but outside of America. And once you realize you got power, you got to use it in the right way. You can't take that power and push the button for the wrong reasons. And for the wrong reasons, I've always led people down a dark alley as opposed to leading them to the light.
So what made you change, Snoop? It sounds like you're a changed individual. What made Snoop change and see the light?
Growth.
Yeah, exactly. As you grow into a man, and then at the same time, my life had started to separate from my music. Like, I was rapping the gangster life, but I wasn't living it no more. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I wasn't toting no heat or banging no more. I was, a grown man raising a family. I had a show on television where I'm being a father and all of this. So it's like my music should represent who I am.
Right.
As opposed to pretense. Let's go with right now. And then at the same time, I'm seeing all of these schools get shot up and these kids getting killed and all this unnecessary violence. And I understand that we as musicians have a lot of power.
Right.
And we don't know that until we understand that. And once we understand that, we should do something about that. So that's why I'm speaking out against gun violence right now. Not just to the people with guns, because I feel like it's okay to have a gun if you know how to use it. I'm just speaking out to those that's using it in the wrong way for gun violence, because you wouldn't like it if your baby girl or your little son was at school and the school got shot up,
Right.
and then it affects you personally. See, it ain't touched you until it hits you. You understand what I'm saying? Then when it hits you, you're going to feel like, oh, man, somebody should have done something. But before we get that far, let's try to stop it.
Do you ever try to talk to some of those other artists out there that are the younger artists right now? Because you know how a lot of times the young artists are the ones that control the game and have these kids' heads. But it's not just Snoop. It's some of these younger artists as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you labeled Uncle Snoop and you got the respect like I got, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling it like it is, they do what I tell them to do. And that's for the right reasons now. I used to make them do what I tell them to do for the wrong reasons. So now I'm giving you a righteous reason to stay alive and to do the right thing. So of course they gonna listen. And I've always been up close and personal with my people, where the rappers, their community, I'm hands-on. I don't know how to do no third-party conversation. I like to get up close and personal, go to the hood, touch the people, so I can go to these neighborhoods and talk to these gang members because I am an ex-gang member.
Right.
They relate to me. I'm not just a rapper. I'm an ex-gang member who knows how to rap.
Do you feel like you couldn't do this more positive type of music in hip hop and you had to leave the genre and go to something else?
I think hip-hop wouldn't understand it if I was to deliver this message through the hip-hop channel. But going through the reggae channel, now hip-hop has to tune in over here. And then they have to really understand where I'm at in my career. For 20 plus years, I did that and did it well. You know what I'm saying? They still call me to be on songs where I'm still rapping on songs because I'm still, you know, the dog. They want the dog. I can't just say the dog is dead. He's not dead. I'm just moving on into another part of my life, and my peers respect that. The grown-ups respect that. You know, I'm getting a different base of fans now that's really like, man, brother, we appreciate you. Like women appreciate me now. And I always hated the fact that black women had a hate towards me because of my music, the words that I delivered.
Yeah,
my
say
venom.
bitches
Tricks to do it.
But that was my venom. You know what I'm saying? If you brainwashed not to know. You grow up wanting to be a pimp. You want to be a player.
Right.
You know, you grow up wanting to be these different things that are role models to you in your neighborhood until you figure out that, well, hold on, I'm finna be the first role model that ain't that.
Right.
Well, I had a chance to listen to the album. It's very chill. It definitely makes you want to smoke some weed.
Oh, it do?
Yeah, and I don't
You
even
wanna hear
really
some
smoke.
right now?
I don't know if we're allowed to do that in here.
We need Curtis in
Snoop
here.
dog.
Snoop
Snoop can do what he want to do.
We not in.
We need curtains in here.
Don't ask for
I don't
permission.
think
Ask for
so.
forgiveness, Snoop.
Yeah, because remember the other radio station? No, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna do y'all
no,
like that. But I
it's
have
serious.
a cigarette pen that I got,
He definitely did.
a G pen.
Now, you know, you said something very real, man. You said that, you know, you got to that point where you realized the things you were rapping about, that wasn't you anymore. And I have these conversations. I had the conversation with 50. I'm like, yo, 50, we know you don't live like that no more, so it don't seem authentic. So why continue to give us that?
And as a consumer, I want the realest.
Word.
That's what I want. You know, if you ain't doing like for example, like I always want to see Al Pacino do another Scarface, but I understand he has to do roles that fit his age now.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? Even though I'm like, man, why I can't? When is he gonna come? He has to do a role that fit his age,
Right.
or it's not gonna work.
But
Now-
do you get nervous as far as money is concerned? Because you know, not that you don't have money. Now, let me stop like that.
Now you got to school.
Yeah, no. Not that you don't have money. You said stupid for the finger.
You're able
I'll
to
school
do
you,
this
little-
because you
I'll school
have
you, little
money.
homie. But the fact that, you know, when you put out a rap album, it's a bigger market.
True.
Than when you put out a West Indian album, it's more of a smaller market, so you might not see the numbers that you usually would see.
But this is not about numbers. This is about delivering a message,
Right.
and reaching a point in my career where I feel good about what I'm saying.
Dope.
I love this record. I feel good that I'm able to sing it and bop it and pop it, and I feel like in the next few months I'm gonna get a call from the White House saying we need you and your daughter and Drake to come perform this song, No Guns Allowed. And when I get that call, that's gonna be the thrill of victory to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm from East Side Long Beach. If they let me walk in the White House, do you know what that means to the little homies in the hood? Anybody can make it.
Are you going to be able to go back, or do you even want to go back? Like, if you wanted to go back into your Snoop Dogg realm and you felt like throwing on your chucks, you know what I'm saying? And
I think I
spitting
will
something
have to.
gangster.
I will have to go back, Charlamagne. I know I'm gonna have to go back because the game just keeps pulling at me. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to do it every once in a while. But the point is, I'm doing this right now to let you know that I do care. And if we have one moment in life where you care, that's all that matters. And I just felt like I had no care through all out these years. You know, even though my persona away from the music had a lot of care and love, and I was stopping beefs, and all the rappers that had problems would call me, and I would get them in a room and stop that and get them together, and ain't nobody fighting nobody, and blase blah, and they still call me to this day. But my music didn't represent that. So now I felt like it should be out of the closet. You know, a lot of people come out of the closet nowadays, right? I'm coming out the closet for my reason for being peaceful, to where the world can see that this is what I do behind closed doors. I've always been the initiator of stopping the violence and keeping everybody right. And you can ask the rappers, especially the ones from here. The ones from here, they get into it with the ones from where I'm from. I'm the one that pushed the button on it.
Now, you also give a lot of credit to Minister Farrakhan for actually helping out a lot in this hip-hop business.
Yes.
As far as squashing a lot of beefs and putting people in a room together and making them talk to each other. So at that time when that happened for you, were there artists that you had to confront directly and say, I have this problem with you?
Well, I never had a direct conflict with artists you know, mine was phases. When the boys from New York was getting at me because of the New York video, it was necessary. They had to represent their turf. So it was never personal, it was business.
You did kick over the buildings.
I did what I did. but then you had guys that answered back. You know, Mobb Deep answered back. There was a couple, there was a couple of them that was like, well, hold on. Everybody didn't want it, but it was a few that stayed true to what they do, and we respected that. And as the beefs went to smoke and it was over, they became our best friends because they was down to go down with us.
Right.
So at the same time, it's like, you know, you take that on the shoulder and say, well, that was a phase. Now what's the next phase? So by me being with Minister Farrakhan and learning from Minister Farrakhan, I learned how to end beefs instead of add on the beefs. Like kicking the buildings to me was stupid because I added on to a beef where New York loved the hell out of me.
Right.
They love me more than some of the rappers out here. But when I did that, I crossed the line where it's like, okay, he with them now. Right. But I knew that because I was a gang member, so I was about the gang. And my lifestyle was different, so I didn't have that in me. But when I met with Minister Farrakhan, he taught me and showed me how to take my strength and use it for me, not against me.
Right. Did you call Badass and Ray J and squash that?
You know what? Ray J is my blood cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My blood cousin.
Badass said you didn't want him on the bus back in the day, and
Badass told the truth.
You didn't want your blood cousin on the bus?
Because he was with Death Row. It was you know, it was during them days when, you know, when we beef, you with them, you with them.
Right.
I don't care who you is, you with them. So that was a phase, but we had left that alone. We moved past that. Well, he's still dwelling on that.
Right.
You know, Badass let that go, man. If I could move past, you should be able to move past.
But Ray J used to kick it with Suge too, though.
Yes.
Back then.
The West Coast is small, man. You know, we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a small business. And at that time, Suge was the elite. So you want to be with the elite if you're trying to be in the game.
Now, what about you and Suge? There were some pictures of you guys together. It seems like you guys have squashed all of your issues.
Oh, we all love now. I mean, I sat with him in a room one day and we talked for about 2 hours, laughing, reminiscing about good old times and just getting an understanding on why we love each other as opposed to why we shouldn't hate each other. And then from that, we started to see each other, exchange phone calls. And, you know, I seen him in the club one night and, you know, took the opportunity to take a picture with him because I'm coming out the closet now. I'm cool with everybody. I'm on love right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not express that and show people that we've moved past that so you won't feel threatened when you see me and him in the same room at the same time.
You might have to come up with a new expression.
Coming out the closet.
That can easily be misconstrued on a blog or something. Snoop Dogg comes out the closet.
But he coming out the closet for all the right reasons.
That's going to be the promo tomorrow morning.
Snoop Dogg comes out the closet.
With the Breakfast Club.
That's the selling point of the album right there.
Absolutely.
Ellen DeGeneres will have you up there tomorrow.
You hear me? Ellen DeGeneres, where you at?
You did a record with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, you know, you want to sit down and have a conversation with her and tell her stop going down this path she's going down?
No, you know what? Actually, I had 2 or 3 conversations with her, and I love what she's doing right now because what she's doing, she's being her. She's growing into her own shoes. I think her whole career has been puppeted. Like somebody's been driving her and making her and telling her and getting her up on time to do this, and now she's finally able to do what she loves to do. And remember this when I say this. For many years, our forefathers had to shoot at their forefathers, and they missed. But when we came along, we shot at their kids, and we hit. So if you catch that meaning, you understand what I'm saying. Love the fact that she wants to be associated with. Love the fact that she's inspired by. Because we are the inspiration. We are the influence. We are that. So love the fact that she wants to be in the world of. Because as big as she is, she going to give a lot of opportunity to those people from that world that she wants to be in. That's how I look at it.
Sounds good until they start getting in trouble. And then Miley ends up pregnant by Drake.
But then that's the rules of the game. And she don't belong to me. She belongs to the game.
Now, question: that G pen you have in your hand. Somebody told me about that this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can actually put marijuana in there.
Not this one. It's the other one that you got that you can.
And you can puff it and it doesn't smell like marijuana?
It don't smell like nothing.
It smells like nothing, yeah. I actually
Damn, I
randomly
need
have,
that in my life.
I actually
Amazing, right?
randomly have one of those.
You have
I don't
one?
know why.
That's better than the vaporizer?
You know you smoke and you act like you don't.
I don't really smoke.
When you on a date and you got a fly sitting with you, right? And y'all really enjoying the moment, and y'all may be watching Boomerang or something, right?
Boomerang.
Yeah.
Boomerang.
You know what I mean? And he passed the bleezy to you. You gonna tell him no or you gonna hit it?
Well, you know, it depends on what kind of weed it is. I don't want the kind that makes me sleepy. You need the kind that's going to keep you up and energized and, you know, moving around. So,
Oh, so you want to do it after the movie go up?
no, I just don't want to fall asleep because it has that effect on me.
I got you.
Uh,
I was just
sometimes
reading
we
between
can-
the lines.
Sometimes weed can make me very unmotivated.
I
That's
got
all.
you. I got you. I like that. I got the motivation for you.
That's better than the vaporizer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
smell a thing.
I know.
I think she wants you to pass the pen, Snoop.
Are you going to do a whole tour as Snoop Lion?
Yeah, I'm doing Lion Fest. I'm putting together my own thing where I'm gonna grab a bunch of reggae artists that don't really get that look or that attention, and take them with me on a couple of weeks, and make a real run out of it.
Now, as far as reggae artists are concerned, who do you listen to? Who do you like?
I like Movado. I like Popcorn. I like definitely love Beanie Man.
Mr.
You
Vegas.
see Beanie Man out there when you was out in Jamaica?
You like Mr. Vegas?
Yeah, I do it.
You see Beanie Man when you was out in Jamaica?
Yeah, man.
Beanie
I
Man.
like Barrington Levy, Gregory Isaacs, Taurus Riley. He cold.
Okay.
And Barris Hammond.
You know what's so funny? I know a lot about reggae because I took this course in college, Music of the Caribbean, because I thought it was going to be easy.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like an easy A. So I had to learn about all these different reggae artists and how to make the music and everything. It was one of the hardest classes I took.
Is Snoop Lion as in the sports as Snoop Dogg is?
Oh man, I'm heavy in the sports.
Cricket.
Man.
So how do you feel about your Lakers right now, man?
I feel good. We made the playoffs. We a number 7 seed. Kobe's down, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna pull it together. We just need to sneak one game out of San Antonio, and we can beat them because them bums is tired.
Did you enjoy reading Kobe's tweets during the first
I
game?
love it. I love how he talked about Paul Gasol's soft ass. I love it. I love it. I love it because he's able to see the game now. Because Kobe would praise Gasol a lot after games. I'm like, he must not be seeing what we seeing. And it's like now he's able to sit at home and watch this soft ass sucker 7 feet shoot jump shots all day.
You think he'll be able to come back from his injury?
Kobe? Yeah, he don't want to go out like that. It's just something about his mentality that will not allow him to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? You could just, and he's still chasing Michael Jordan. He still want that 6th ring, man.
Now, what's going on with your daughter? She's an artist now. Is she trying to get a record deal? Are you down with that? Supportive of that? Are you guiding her through that?
Yeah, what she doing right now, she just having fun. She just making a lot of records and remakes and just doing, what little girls do. She having fun. She's learning how to sing. She's getting better. I put her on my single, No Guns Allowed. She's
We seen in the video today, yeah.
she's doing her thing, you know what I mean? And I'm supportive of her because, it keeps her spirit right. My daughter has lupus, so whenever she's smiling and happy and feeling good, it keeps the lupus on pause.
Absolutely.
So, I support her in all ways, especially when it comes to things of singing in my world, you know what I'm saying, where I can coach her and give her some real guidance and put her in the right lane as opposed to how I had to just run from lane to lane, but I can put her in the right lane.
What
You
about
actually
your
smoke
diet?
with your kids too, right?
With my oldest son.